This video is targeted to one/two types of people, right? People that are trying to land a high ticket sales job and struggling to do so, not getting interviews or just not landing the roles after interviews is number one, more so not getting interviews. And number two is people that are landing offers and then the offers kind of suck. You're not making money, there's no leads, systems aren't good, whatever. And you're disappointed with the actual offers, you're frustrated for either of those two reasons. Frustrated you're not landing the roles slash interviews, or frustrated the roles you are landing aren't actually panning out into anything positive for you. The reason I'm making this video is I just had a conversation with someone in my DMs who basically told me, like, I'm frustrated, I'm not getting interviews, and the couple of offers that I've been on have been, I believe he said, a waste of time, right? That conversation is what sparked this. I sent him like a 6.5 minute long voice note, just random, like we were 3 DMs into the conversation. I just kind of ranted to him in a positive way, and he took it very well. So shout out if you're watching this video right now. But anyway, the context of this video essentially, or the topic, the answer to these problems and the topic of this video is maximizing opportunity. This is something that 99, maybe not 99, 90% of people in the space that are trying to get into the space fail to do, and therefore they either get frustrated or they feel like the opportunities that they're getting are not worth it. So I'm going to answer these two separately. I'll go into detail in both of these two separately, and kind of explain why you shouldn't be frustrated if you're not landing interviews slash jobs, and you shouldn't look at the offers that you land on as not worth your time or waste of time or whatever. So number one, I'm frustrated that I can't land any interviews slash jobs, right? I have a 3-question checklist here for you. If you feel frustrated that you're not landing interviews, ask yourself these 3 questions. Have you applied to 150 to 200 jobs in the last month or two, right? That's number one. If the answer is no, I don't personally believe that you're in a position where you deserve to feel frustrated. You need to do more volume. You need to do more work. So that's number one. Number two, of those applications that you have sent out, whether it's 150 to 200 in the last couple of months or not, has every single application, the Loom video, the answers to application questions, the message you send as a part of your outreach, is all of that stuff personalized and specific to the offer you're applying to or not? If not, another thing that doesn't allow you, in my mind, to be frustrated. I don't believe you deserve to be frustrated. So that's number two. Number three, for all of those opportunities you have applied to, whether it's 150 or not, and whether they were personalized or not, have you followed up at least 3 times with all of them? Right? If no, again, I don't believe you deserve to be frustrated. The reason being is these 3 things are all things within your control. They're all things you should be doing to maximize your opportunity. And if you're not doing them and you didn't know these were things you should be doing, now you know. Now you can spend the next 1 to 2 months doing these things. And if by some miracle you do all of these things, because I've never seen personally, in the years and years of doing this, in the thousands of sales reps that I've helped, I've never seen anyone do these things and not land a couple of good jobs. I just haven't. And based on that, if you by some miracle 2 months from now have done all of this stuff, come back to this video and say, Jackson, you lied to me, I will personally reach out and I will help you one-on-one for as long as you need to make sure you land a role. That's how confident that I am this will happen. Yeah, so that's that, right? The reason that you need to be doing these things is because there is someone else who is willing to do these things. And if there's someone else willing to go above and beyond what you're willing to do, they will land the jobs that you want to land instead of you. That's just the reality of life, right? The person who works harder than you is going to achieve a better result than you. You know, on average, there's luck involved in these things, but for the most part, the harder worker is going to get the better result. And so your job is to maximize the opportunity. I've got 200 jobs I can apply to. I'm going to apply to all of them. I'm going to personalize all of my applications, and I'm going to follow up 3, 4, 5 times with every single one of them until I hear back, right? You do all of those things. I can, nothing's guaranteed. I could almost guarantee you, I would be highly confident you would have 20 to 30 interviews, bare minimum, number one, right? And of those, if you suck at interviewing, you are the most average interviewer ever, you should land 2 or 3 of those jobs, right? 10% hit rate on interviews is terrible. My recommendation is 50, right? My baseline is 50% of your interviews ideally should turn into a job interview. And that's pretty high, right? But that's what I tell people. The people I coach, I say 50%, right? So that's that, right? I hope all of that makes sense. That's number one. You don't deserve to be frustrated, is essentially what I'm saying. Unless you've done all of these things and by some miracle haven't landed a good job. So number two, if you have been doing some things and you have been landing some jobs and those jobs aren't what you want them to be, you're not making the money you want, the systems aren't dialed in, the processes aren't good, management and leadership sucks, whatever it is, there is, probably 60 to 80% of the offers in this space are not great offers. That's the reality. That would be my perspective. I don't know for sure what the number actually is, and there's no quantifiable metric for that, but that's my opinion. And based on that, right, you should expect that a couple of the first few offers you land aren't great. And until you are great, which you probably aren't if you're just getting into the space, you don't realistically deserve to be on a great offer, right? Great offers make great hires. They don't make average hires. They don't make entry-level hires, really. They don't make beginner hires, right? They're a great offer. They can get great talent, and so why would they hire someone who isn't great? And I say this not to put you down. I say this to put you in a position where you go, okay, I need to get somewhere where I can prove myself, where I can get good experience so that I can become great, and then I can deserve these opportunities with great companies, right? And to do that, what do you need to do? You need to maximize your opportunity, right? The offers that you're landing initially probably do suck, right? They probably are a waste of time. But why would you let that prevent you from benefiting from that lackluster opportunity? Right? You shouldn't, right? Logically, why would you ever prevent anything from benefiting you? And by that logic, here's what you need to do. You need to put yourself in a position where you can experience demonstrating a high work ethic. What I mean by that is, in this bad opportunity, dial all the leads, go above and beyond, build systems and processes based on the knowledge and understanding you have on the space, even if they're not great. Go that extra mile so that when you get on another interview in the future, you can say to them, here's what I did in this previous offer. This offer was not great. We didn't have systems, we didn't have processes, nothing was dialed in, but here is the work that I input into this opportunity. So just imagine what I could do for you if I did that same level of work within your dialed in systems and processes, right? That's the frame you're then able to take when you interview and speak to these bigger and better businesses, which will then allow you to put yourself in a position where they're open to hiring you because they see the potential, right? They see that work ethic. And most of these offers, more than anything, want someone with a high level of work ethic. Because if you have that, they can coach you on the skill side. They can coach you on the, niche understanding side, right? You have what it takes to succeed. They just need to plug in the other pieces, which they can do, right? And not every offer is like that, but that's the overall concept here. And the second thing, by some miracle, maybe you come into a bad offer and you put in a bunch of work and you go above and beyond because no one else has done that before, and things start to turn around. Wow, if I dial all of the leads within 60 seconds of them opting in, if I follow up with prospects multiple times until we get either a firm no, or we get them booked in for a call, or we get the deal closed, if I dig into the pipeline and CRM from months ago, leads that were never really contacted or sold or pitched to, and do what I can to convert them back into interested potential buyers, maybe we start generating some revenue. Maybe some deals start closing. Maybe I start collecting some cash. And when a business starts collecting some cash, given the founder isn't a complete idiot, they're going to start reinvesting some of that cash, probably not all of it, but some of that cash, because they're in that position for a reason, right? They're not great at business. They haven't done a good job of reinvesting, but they're probably going to take some of that cash and reinvest it. More ads, more leads, more processes, more systems, better people hired so that they can optimize this stuff, which is going to take us to the next level. And from there to the next level. And after you know it, 6 months down the line, simply because you watched my video, hopefully, and said, holy shit, Jackson's right. I should just maximize these bad opportunities. Worst case scenario, I get some good experience of demonstrating a high work ethic that I can leverage into another opportunity. Maybe you help turn a business around and put them in a position where, oh my God, we're at 200K per month now from 20K per month, no systems, terrible processes, bad management. Now we've generated enough cash to reinvest into the business and get to a point where we're really solid. And you're a key part of that foundation, right? And the reason I say this is because the person I was having a conversation with was talking about long-term goals and wanting to start an agency and things like that, right? These are some good case studies that you can leverage into future opportunities, whether it's just a bigger opportunity with another company or it's starting your own offer and running a sales agency or whatever, right? You put yourself in a position where you could potentially have a big role in helping turn a business around, which is obviously great for you. It probably means you make good money in this waste of time opportunity. Initially, it was a waste of time, right? And now you've completely 180'd it and turned it into a great use of time, right? So those are the two examples of maximizing opportunity that I think are most prominent, and the frustrations I see a lot of people have. I'm not landing roles, and the roles I'm landing aren't good. Sure, maybe you're right. Maybe you're doing a lot of work and not landing the roles. Are you doing all the work? Probably not, right? Maybe you're landing offers and they do suck. Are you doing everything possible to turn that bad opportunity into one that potentially could make you some money? Probably not. Do those two things, and in 6 months from now, set a reminder on your calendar right now. Come back to this video and tell me where you're at. Tell me how much things have changed. Because I strongly believe that things will be on a up and to the right trajectory in your life, in your high ticket sales career, whatever else. So that's that. Subscribe for more of this type of content. Follow for more of this type of content. Follow me on X if you want. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. I'm hoping to deliver a lot of value. More than anything, I got nothing to pitch you. I could pitch you stuff, but I'm not going to. I just enjoy the value and move on and up.